Join with friends or enemies, embrace your wicked tendencies, indulge your horror appetites, and celebrate with me these hallowed nights. Well, not quite yet, mind you. Yeah, sure. Nowadays we have the option to switch to whatever official event we want to on the fly, with Hallowed Nights being one of them, of course. But I got to thinking, folks, what if we ourselves could create our own spooky sessions? What if instead of waiting on Klei to give us our Halloween days, we just went ahead and began the frights early? Well, we can. And I did, with help, of course, using a combination of the absolute classic Globalistics Halloween mod from 5 years ago, Halloween foods and recipes updated but a year ago, and finally Halloween treats released just frickin' yesterday, for Pete's sake. We have ourselves our very own Hallowed Nights to throw, so let's get to it. Or better yet, best get to decorating and donning our costumes. West players will be able to convert their very own horribly unfestive pile of balloons into a set of Halloween ones or two, so start blowing. But speaking of Wes, say hello to Pess. Now don't fret. A select few characters will just be able to craft and wear their specifically made pumpkin heads, like Wes. Wickerbottom, aka Punkerbottom, will also be able to do the same. Paxwell, or should I say Maxwell, is also present. Wickfrid, who looks great as Pigfrid here, can also wear a pumpkin on her head. And finally, Weber, who can become Pumper instead. It's fun stuff. But again, don't fret those who don't actually play any of those characters, as every survivor will have the chance to craft a pumpkin or pumpfalo head too. Both of which are going to provide some light when worn and not spoiled. So one pumpkin party coming right up. Oh, but we're just getting started, folks. Why not spookify your inventory and crafting menus Halloween style? Well, with Star, Mr. M, and Globalistics mod, you can do just that. Plus, we can enjoy some new appearances of some select boulders in the world as they turn to graves, ghosts, and more, as you can see. The Pig King will also get in on the frightening action as well, with his absolutely glorious new pumpkin crown. His loyal subjects will start to wear some blood-soaked aprons as they look to butcher us alive this time of year in their newly decorated homes, as you can see. And finally, even the Beefalo themselves will begin to show their true nature as they walk around with their devil horns a-growing. So far, so spooky. But looky, everyone. Even some structures and items will become Halloweenified. Is that a word? I don't know. But fire pits will be formed with nothing but skulls. Crock pots turn into crock cauldrons. Chests will start to look their best. And press the agitators undergo the most terrifying change of all. They start to look like candy canes. It's the wrong season, you numpties. But we'll still enjoy other do's, like witchy straw hats, pumpkin lanterns that sit atop our noggins, and our own devilish horns. Oh, and yes, I suppose, the candy canes if we do so choose. But lastly, let us not forget the endless pointiness of the luxury tools here, the trident spears, and the witch broom that will help us go zoom. In short, there are 5 item skins to use too. So go get them. But oh sure, let us get back to the decor, I guess. We can make some old dusty chairs, an old dusty stool, some old vases that actually offer multiple looks to them as we place them down. Old tables are still on the table. And finally, one could create an old bookshelf to hold all their old tomes. Listen, we take indoor decor seriously around this joint, but don't forget to actually light up the show with a lovely purple glow. Skull candles may cost much, but they do last long, so light the way. Or better yet, block it while you make a dastardly maze out of pumpkins or dark nightmare-infused stone. You decide. But hold your frickin' skeletons, everyone. How can we throw our own Hallowed Nights without any Halloween treats? Well, you're in luck. I can serve you up some mysterious meat that only looks like bacon, mind you, with some yolk made out of eyes on the side. I can also pour you some ghoulish-looking fruit punch to help wash it all down at the end of the day, all the while providing you with 25 hunger, 5 sanity, and 20 health to slurp. If you are still hungry for a bit of breakfast in the grave, then perhaps a severed hand in jam or a jam in a severed hand is in order. If fruit punch is not your thing, might I suggest a whole frickin' vat of our signature ghastly melon-flavored punch, which is technically still fruit punch, but don't think about it too much. If you are more in the brunch/appetizers realm of the afterlife, there's nothing like chowing down on some guacamole brains for 37.5 hunger, a whopping 0 sanity, and 20 health. We offer a couple soups, like our spooky fish soup here, with a side of corn and the occasional eyeball if it happens to fall in, or the good old classic chicken noodle bowl. And what's that, you ask? What is that nightmarish aura around all this? No worries, friends. It's just the wails of the dead turkeys used to make it. It adds to the flavor. Trust me. And yeah, sure, even if our salads are a bit on the freaky side too, it's not like they're actually gonna come alive and eat you whole or anything, so yeah, give them a try. No? None of that, you say? Well, unfortunately, the only other side dish we have left is literally a plate full of fingers made out of fish and twigs, so you take what you get. But it's main course time. Might I suggest we forego the traditional meatballs and try our pile of eyeballs, tentacles, and more instead? That, or try a plate of our totally not haunted by the souls of the dead ghost dumplings here. But if it's still a no, I'm guessing you're a dessert before dinner kind of abomination, ain't ya? If so, do I have the selection for you? I can get you a whole pumpkin pie that isn't even made out of pumpkin, and don't ask. Our Halloween cake is simply to die for, trust me. The red velvet muffin platter is gonna kill you over time if you prefer that. Honey bread is so good, it's gonna break your brain to the point that you spell and say it differently each and every time you take a bite. Monster cookies are just cookies in the shapes of monsters. Duh. Candy corn sucks. And our silky cotton candy also comes with some extra protein. So eat it up. But to wrap up the day, it is time to talk the best tradition of them all, tricks or treats. Create yourself a candy basket or two and start killing your enemies with sweetness galore at range today. That, or go knocking on the door only to be met with travesty, as the people living there don't actually celebrate Halloween, even though they have 8 million decorations outside of their frickin' house. But folks, the trick or treating mechanic of one of these mods is done broken currently, but that's okay, as the mod itself literally just came out yesterday. But while I can't show you the stuff myself, the trailer for the mod can. So let's give it a watch, as it's more than just trick-or-treating. And there you have it, everyone. Just a fun collection of but 3 of the many Halloween-esque mods out there, all of which I could have put in this video. All of which I just wanted to use to get the festivities rolling early. So thanks for all your work, Asura, Jia Zhangmin, number 219114, Star, Mr. M, and Globalistic for a happy Halloween. I'll see you for the official start of Hallowed Nights, everyone. Bye-bye.